Hello everyone, welcome to the session on weekly current affairs. As I promised you people, I will be giving you weekly current affairs from October. Okay, so I will be covering first October current affairs, where every week whatever topics has been completed, those issues I will take and I'll do as of now. Once we'll have October first week, slowly I'll increase the pace and we will try to complete by November end, even November current affairs as well. So initially 1 week I'll do, based on the suggestions and other things, we will increase the pace. And here, I just want you people to know, I will be taking the most important issues where a proper explanation for you is important from both prelims and mains point of view. Even if it is factual data, we will study that and we will get to know what exactly we need to study in each and every topic. This will not be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes videos. It will be a bit lengthier. It is for those aspirants who seriously want to understand what is happening in current affairs. And I consider every student as a fresher. Okay. So I'm not going to make these videos for those students who already know them. I am going to teach it from basics so that even if you're a fresher, even if you have given 3 or 4 attempts and if you're watching the video, it should make sense to you, because many of us understand some core complex topics, but we don't understand some basic things which we are supposed to. And these topics I'm covering from different newspapers, not only from one magazine or the other, but let me tell you, I will give you handout for these classes, but along with this handout, I will dictate some class notes which is very, very essential for you. Some keywords and key points which are essential. And if it is mains oriented topic, I am going to tell you how questions can come and you can try to solve them. Initially, for 1 or 2 weeks, I will release the complete video in YouTube. After that, I will be releasing the video partially. Remaining thing, I will be giving it an app for free, because in app I can provide you content also, and I will be including some test series also, which will be offered which will be available to you free, so that even in case if you are writing tests, if you are solving those questions, you can upload, communicate and talk to us. Fine. So the details of the app Telegram channel will be given to you in the description and also in the pinned comment. Okay. So given all these basic aspects, guys, just wanted to tell you before I start, we will be having PSIR classes, geography optional classes. Those students who are interested can join. It will be provided at affordable price. The price is given at a lower, considered to the other institutions, mainly because we are providing it online. And second thing, looking at students who face difficulty in understanding optionals because they might have spent money already by paying to other institutions. And these students who feel they are victims of these classes or institutions, for you, if I ask you again to pay 50, 60, it is difficult. That is the only reason the price is reduced, not on the basis of quality. Because if someone is doing something good, that has an intention, and knowing the intention would make sense. Anyways, leave all this. Let's begin with the topic. The first major topic in the month of October, which was a very, very essential thing for the world, it was with respect to Australia. Now, in Australia, they actually identified a crater called as impact crater. Okay. So guys, please understand. We normally say whenever there is a volcanic eruption, the opening of the volcano, which will be in funnel shape. Okay, the funnel shaped opening of a volcano is also considered as a crater. Okay, but in Australia, they found impact crater. This word can be asked in the exam. Okay, impact crater. Impact crater means it is actually created by what we call as fast moving objects. It is created by fast moving object. Most probably, it would be created by meteorite. Okay, meteorite. Remember, this First, let me explain the concept, then I'll come to questions that may be asked and that are asked in the exam. Now, whenever a huge meteoroid comes and hits the Earth's surface, there is a possibility of formation of craters like this. Can you see? This impact craters are formed because of the meteoroid falling. Now, when they fell in Australia, what they observed was this crater is approximately 500 million to 1 billion years back. Fine. This was approximately 500 million to 1 billion, they say. And when this impact has occurred, then what do they normally try to tell us? In this, there is some minerals which they call it as iridium, right? Iridium. And this iridium, and also they say we observe some sharp diamonds also being present. Okay, so there are some minerals present in this particular crater shaped one, and this helps us in understanding Earth's geological history. Okay, how Earth was formed, how minerals came, all this. But let me come to UPSC, because whatever we study should be from UPSC point of view. Here, two things I want you to know. One, you need to know about craters. In volcanoes, you come across a particular word called crater. And what exactly is the crater? It is funnel shaped, right, opening. It can be associated with meteorite also. It can be associated with volcano also. This can be asked in prelims. Okay, craters are formed due to what? It can be associated with meteorite also. It can be associated with volcano also. And then they may ask you, what exactly do you understand by impact crater? Impact crater basically means you need to say it is obtained from meteorite, not due to volcano. Okay, this clarity you must have. Second important aspect, these craters, when they are formed from meteorite, okay, I want you to know at least 3 to 4 times UPSC has asked the question, what is the difference between asteroid? What is the difference between asteroid, meteoroid, meteor, meteoroid? Okay, at least 3 to 4 times they have asked this question in prelims. Now, if you take inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and whatever is present in between Mars and Jupiter, okay, the rocks which are irregular shaped rocks, which are present in between Mars and Jupiter is known as asteroid. Okay, please understand, the moment impact crater comes into picture, you should relate it to geography. In geography, I am relating it to the word crater, and I am also relating it to the word impact. Impact is due to what? These words. So that is the reason you should be aware. These irregular shaped rocks which are floating in between Mars and Jupiter, or inner planets and outer planets, inner planets and outer planets are known as what? Asteroids. They may also give you another option. What is that? It is in between terrestrial planets or Jovian planets. Okay, terrestrial planets, Jovian planets, Mars, Jupiter, inner planets, outer planets. Any word can be given in the exams. Now, if you have some irregular shaped rocks which are floating in the solar system, then that will be called as meteoroids. anything which is floating in the solar system will be called as meteoroid. Remember, asteroid has a specific path. Meteoroid do not have specific path. Okay. Second, when we talk about meteoroid, size is small, asteroid is normally big. Okay. Then whenever we observe Earth surface, okay, Earth surface, atmosphere, outer space. Okay, outer space. Three things. An irregular shaped rocks present in the outer space will be called as meteoroid. This irregular space, if it enters into atmosphere, it is called meteor. And this meteor, burning will occur in a layer called as mesosphere. Do you recollect? Meteor burning occurs in a layer called as mesosphere. And after mesosphere, burning will occur, size keeps on reducing, and it will come and hit the earth. The place or whatever is hitting the earth, it will be called as meteoroid. Whatever hits the earth is called as meteoroid. You see, meteoroid outside, meteor in atmosphere, meteoroid when it hits. Fine. This, when it hits, it creates a crater which will be called as what? Impact craters. So, what are the keywords that I want you to know? Asteroid is in between which two? Asteroid is in between which two? It will be there in between Mars and Jupiter. Please note this down. Mars and Jupiter. Meteoroid, irregular rocks floating in solar system. Solar system. Meteor, right? Meteor is this irregular shaped rocks which are present in atmosphere. Meteoroid. What is meteoroid? You are going to discuss about when it hits Earth's surface. These 4 points are very, very important. Okay. Then I hope you made a small note on craters also. Funnel shaped opening or funnel shaped structures are called craters. It can be associated with volcano or it can be impact crater. And what is the meaning of impact crater? Whenever a fast moving object hits, then it would be called as impact craters. I want you to know one another aspect with respect to this. What is it? That is, guys, remember, Australia is extremely important because Australia has lots and lots of minerals. Lots and lots of minerals. You might have even heard that Australia is famous for uranium, right? Australia has diamonds. Australia has gold. Australia has silver. Australia has iron ore. Australia has coal. Most importantly, Australia is part of what we call as Gondwana land. Okay. Recently also UPSC asked this question where they spoke about Gondwana land. What are the minerals present in Gondwana land countries? When they said you have to give about Australia, what all are part of Gondwana land? South America, Africa, India, Australia, Antarctica. This is mains question that is already asked. But I'm just trying to tell everything is interconnected. Okay. At that time also some experiments were being made. Okay. So guys, the actual word for this is MAPSIS. Guys, what is MAPSIS? MAPSIS is Massive Australian Precambrian, Cambrian, impact structure. A very simple question can be MAPSIS. Where was it found? Where was it found? It was found in Australia. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, the next most important issue that we need to know is about Russia-Ukraine. As you are aware, Russia-Ukraine war is going on. Now, guys, see, Russia-Ukraine, if I start explaining, it never ends. So, I assume that you are aware about the basics of Russia-Ukraine war, and in your institutions, if IR classes are not done, or if your IR is not very strong, like, recently we launched a course on international relations. You can see them in detail. I have explained. But for your understanding, let me tell this. Now, Ukraine was initially part of USSR. Okay, Ukraine was initially part of USSR. Now, USSR developed nuclear weapons. Please understand the story. USSR developed nuclear weapons. In USSR, there were several countries, and Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, within USSR, these three countries also had nuclear weapons. Okay, they had nuclear weapons. That means among them, these three also had nuclear weapon technology. Now, what happened? In the year 1990, USSR disintegrated. USSR broke down into several countries. In that, Russia said, see, I was the one who started USSR, so all the blame I will only take. Whatever negative is there, I will only take. But I should be given United Nations Security Council membership. Because remember, United Nations Security Council had permanent members. P5 countries, what you call. And in this P5, you have US, UK, France, China, and you had USSR. Okay. Now, within USSR, who should come to United Nations Security Council? Because everyone disintegrated. So, let's say tomorrow United States has 51 countries, 51 states. And if all 51 disintegrates, who is the one who is going to get everything? Because today US is powerful. US is in United Nations Security Council. US has nuclear weapons. All this debate occurred at that time in USSR. Russia said, I will take everything. So everything should be part of mine. And I am not going to give it to anyone else. So they told, fine, Russia, you take. But USSR also had nuclear weapons. So those nuclear weapons were also given to Russia. And at that time, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, everyone were of the opinion, even they wanted. Russia told, as successor of USSR, I should get nuclear weapons, and Ukraine should give nuclear weapons completely to Russia. Okay, what is Ukraine giving? Nuclear weapons. In return, okay, in return, Russia told Ukraine, we will have a nuclear doctrine. We will have a nuclear doctrine. Doctrine is like a principle. Okay, we will have a nuclear doctrine, and according to nuclear doctrine of Russia, they clearly told that they will not attack Ukraine. They will not attack Ukraine with nuclear weapons. Okay, they have clearly told they will not attack Ukraine with nuclear weapons. Who have told? Russia has told. And then now what has happened? Russia has attacked Ukraine. As you're aware, Russia has attacked Ukraine. Okay. Now, when you look at Ukraine like this, half of Ukraine, which is on the western side, okay? This, let me call it as western Ukraine. Western Ukraine has border with European countries. Eastern Ukraine has border with Russia. Fine. So, in this region, you observe Russian supporters. In this region, you observe European supporters. And this region is mostly occupied by Russia even today. Okay. When Russia attacked Ukraine, Russia has captured, if you have atlas, you can open and check. On the eastern side of Ukraine, you have places like Donetsk, Luhansk, places like this has Russian speaking people, and they even now support Russia. And this side, European supporters are there. So your European Union plus US, which is mostly NATO, is indirectly supporting Ukraine. Okay, they are giving weapons to Ukraine, and they are expecting Ukraine to attack Russia. Okay, now you see, till now, what was the war? Okay, till now, let me consider these are all Russian armies. What Ukraine used to do? Ukraine simply used to attack Russia. Russian army, they used to attack. Who? Ukraine. So their main intention was to attack Russian army inside Ukraine. They were hitting within Ukraine itself. But now these people want to attack Russia. They want to attack directly Russia itself. You have some important places like Moscow, St. Petersburg. These places they want to attack. Now, what is the difference? You see, if I want to attack within this region, right, then I need to have short range equipments. If I have short range equipments within this region, I can hit. But if I want to hit Russia, then I need long range equipments. I need to have long range equipments. Now, to provide this long range equipments, UK has come forward. And UK is telling, I will give you a specific missile, which is like, cruise missile. Cruise missile. When I'm telling you, by now, you might have heard of this term called storm shadow. Fine. So guys, cruise missile that UK has is called as storm shadow. And this storm shadow has the capacity to hit Russia deep inside. What is cruise missile? You see, guys, whenever we take a missile launchers and if it goes in parabolic form, then we will call it as ballistic missiles, correct? But if we have a missile and if it goes at this height, like, people say it can go at the height of a tree. If it goes at the height of a tree, then it will be called as cruise missile. Okay? India's cruise missile is BrahMos. Then, when we say India is developing its own indigenous cruise missile called Nirbhay. Now, such cruise missile technology or missiles are directly given to Ukraine. Now, when they are given to Ukraine by UK, it is going to cause deep attacks into Russia. So Russia has told, if at all Ukraine attacks me deep inside, then I am going to change my doctrine. What is the doctrine here? Doctrine is what? I will not attack Ukraine with nuclear weapons until and unless I am threatened. Okay, and Russia has also told that I will escalate to de-escalate. See, the Russian strategy, it's very important, interesting as well. What is it? Russian strategy is escalate to de-escalate. What is the meaning of this? Drop bombs so that they will be scared and then they will come and talk to you. So let's say if Ukraine start attacking Russia, Russia will use nuclear bombs and it will force Ukraine to surrender so that everything will become peaceful. That is called escalate to de-escalate. So remember, Russia has largest nuclear weapons in the world and Russia is willing to use them. But here, I want you to understand some keywords that are important for us from UPSC point of view. Now, if at all they ask you, they may ask you Storm Shadow is cruise missile of which country? Which country it is? It is part of UK. Fine. The similar one of France is called Scalp. Please write down these words. Scalp EG. Scalp EG is of France. Fine. Now, please understand, UK, France, US, anyone, if they give weapons, then is there anyone to question them? Think about it. Can I give some weapons to someone? Can I take weapons from someone? No. India also, I don't know if you have heard, India also recently gave BrahMos missiles to Philippines. So if India is giving BrahMos missiles to Philippines, now you think and tell. Think and tell. If I am giving weapons to Philippines, who can question me? Am I independent enough to give? No. Here comes the most important one, which I want you people to know. It is about MTCR. What is MTCR? Missile Technology Control Regime. What is it? Missile Technology Control Regime. As the name itself suggests, it is main intended to prevent spread of missile technology to other countries, especially which type of missiles? Unmanned aerial vehicles. In science and technology, you might have heard UAV. What is UAV? Unmanned aerial vehicles. And remember, guys, under MTCR, unmanned aerial vehicles of how much? 300 kilometers range. Okay, greater than 300 kilometer range and 500 kg payload. 500 kg payload greater than 300 kilometer range should not be transferred. Payload basically means the capacity or the weight of the bomb which the missile is carrying. Okay, so I should not give a bomb which is capable of moving greater than 300 kilometers or 500 kg payload. Till now, Russia is not attacked much because most of the weapons given to Ukraine are short ranges. But if you have to hit deep inside Russia, then UK, France and all have to give equipments which can hit greater than this range. At that point of time, they will be questioned. Remember, guys, when India gave BrahMos missile to Philippines, right? I want you to know the range as well. BrahMos first range was approximately how much? 295 kilometers, and it is approximately payload of 490 kgs. So we are not violating what we called as MTCR. Fine. So I would say it is very important for you to have this particular topic, that is like, MTCR, Missile Technology Control Regime, must be known to you. Don't worry about Storm Shadow missile much. UPSC is smart enough not to ask that, but it will ask the questions with respect to MTCR as well. Fine. Next is, see, this is just for information, guys. Shastra Ramanujan Award is being given to Dr. Alexander Dunn for his work in mathematics. So it is a very important award with respect to mathematics. And guys, this is given only to people who are younger than 32 years, because Ramanujan lived for these many years and within that he had achieved excellent things. So those who have achieved things before 32 years, only they will be given some awards with respect to this. Fine. The first award was given in 2005. It will be there in news. Just giving you the information. Okay. Just look at it as some factual information. It's nothing much. Additional information to these factual data is given in the handout. The handout will be put in Telegram channel. It is freely available in the app as well. Fine. App link will be given, guys. The app name actually is Sandeep Mahajan Academy, but there are some duplicate accounts of mine, apps of mine being present. So just if you get confused, let us know. We will give you. Whenever you get doubts or anything, this is my personal number. You can text me here, WhatsApp, Telegram, anything is fine. Okay, now, the next issue that we need to discuss is Chagos Archipelago. Okay, Chagos Archipelago. So what is archipelago? Archipelago basically means group of islands. Okay, whenever you have group of islands, you call it as Chagos Archipelago or archipelago. Now guys, if you go to Indian Ocean, you will have Lakshadweep. Okay, below Lakshadweep, you will have Maldives, and below Maldives, you will have Chagos Archipelago. Okay, now first let us look at the location. If possible, please open your atlas, see along with me itself. It will be helpful for us to understand it in details. Yeah, see here guys, you will observe Lakshadweep, Maldives, Chagos Archipelago. Okay, see guys, as you are aware, UK ruled India, UK ruled Maldives, UK ruled Sri Lanka, UK ruled Lakshadweep, Chagos Archipelago, most of these areas. And earlier in these areas, any islands which are there, we call it British Indian Ocean, British Indian Ocean territories. Okay, it is basically known as what? BIOT, British Indian Ocean territories. And remember, this place is very, very essential, strategically important, because remember, guys, this is your Red Sea. If I want to go to Europe, if I'm talking about Suez Canal, okay, above this, you will have Suez Canal. So it is the busiest one. And here, if you check in your atlas, this particular part is basically called as Strait of Malacca. What is it called? Strait of Malacca. Here it is called Strait of Malacca. Here it is your Suez Canal, Red Sea, and this particular part, if you check properly, it is called Bab el Mandab. And remember, guys, the one who controls Chagos Archipelago will control Indian Ocean, or the one who controls these islands will control Indian Ocean. Why? Because, like, this entry, this is the center. Okay, Africa is there, Asia is there, Australia is there. Trade with these countries are possible only with this one. So Portuguese controlled this area for 100 years. After this, UK have tried to control this area for a longer duration. And even today, China, if you recollect, there is a concept called string of pearls of China. And when you talk about string of pearls of China, the main aim is to capture Indian Ocean. So whatever you see, Indian Ocean is very important. And within that, which region is important? This area is very, very essential. Now, second important thing, can you see this particular part is, this is your Somalia. Okay. In Somalia, pirates are there. Somalian pirates we call. And whenever any ships come, Somalian pirates will catch them. And what do? They ask for more money. So, to fight against Somalian pirates, many countries are present in this region. US, UK, France, Germany, Italy, many countries are present in this region. Now, as many countries are present in this region, they all want a place to keep their ships. And they're all looking for some area which they can control. In this particular thing, US understood, after 1945, US understood that I want to maintain this area. US understood I want to maintain the area. So if I want to be powerful, I need Indian Ocean. So at that time, US went to UK. And as UK, can you give me one particular island in this region so that I can control Indian Ocean? UK told, what will I get in return? Then US told, I will give you missile technology. So one best missile technology was given to UK by US. And then US took an island from UK. And that island is basically called as, that particular island is basically called as Diego Garcia. Fine? Diego Garcia. This is now under the control of US. Okay. Now, guys, this Chagos Archipelago was actually not having any people at all. Now, French controlled it initially, and the French people brought Africans and Indians and made them to work in this region. Later, like, 1968, okay, many countries got independence. At that point of time, you had another country called as Mauritius. In Mauritius, guys, please understand, more than 55% of the people are Indian origin people. So Indians are present in Mauritius. They fought against UK and they took independence. Now UK told, I will give you independence. I repeat, UK used to control a country called Mauritius as well. And UK clearly told that Mauritius, if you want independence, then this Chagos Archipelago, you should give it to me. Only under that condition, I will give you independence. Mauritius accepted, Mauritius became independent. This Chagos Archipelago came under the control of UK. Are you getting the point? Chagos Archipelago came under the control of UK. Now, Recently, Mauritius went to court and said, these islands are mine, UK is not giving me back. Then they went to the ICJ, International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice in 2019, if I'm not wrong, yeah, in 2019, they actually told that you should give it back to Mauritius. So I repeat, now Mauritius, okay, this island is under whose control? Mauritius, and Mauritius got Chagos Archipelago back. UK did not accept. UK went to United Nations. In United Nations, a non-binding resolution was introduced, okay, where all the countries, almost 119 countries said in United Nations, Chagos Archipelago belongs to Mauritius, UK should transfer. So ICJ said Chagos belong to Mauritius, UN said Chagos belong to Mauritius, and UK came to India. UK asked India, Mauritius normally listens to you. They like you a lot. Why don't you talk to them? So India spoke to Mauritius, right? What UK was telling, India, please talk to Mauritius. Once you talk to Mauritius, tell them, give these islands to me. I will keep it. And UK told India, if I keep this island, then the benefit will be, I will be here, US is already here, Australia is near, and then, like, if you are there, if Japan is there, we all can come together and we can fight against China. So please talk to Mauritius. India told, if I talk to Mauritius, Mauritius may agree. But the point is, the war will shift to this region. Now you tell all armies are present here. Then if China comes, we will be fighting here. And when fighting occurs, remember, any country may be attacked. Indonesia may be attacked, India may be attacked, Sri Lanka may be attacked, Maldives may be attacked, Africa may be attacked. So India says, I don't want any country to be present in this region. So please go away from this area. So India did not support UK and told Mauritius not to give up the case. At that point of time, UK understood no one is helping me. So finally, UK said only one thing. What is that? UK agreed that I will transfer Chagos Archipelago to Mauritius. But in return, Mauritius should give Diego Garcia to US for a period of 99 years. Okay? So Mauritius should give up Diego Garcia for US for 99 years. And then UK will give Chagos Archipelago to Mauritius. This is a very, very important question. It can be asked in, like, what we call as mains as well. What is the significance of Chagos Archipelago? Okay, and what is its impact on India? See, if UK and everyone comes there, war will occur. That itself is the impact. And, like, Somalian pirates, many people are there. They all may come. They may fight. That will be another issue. So all this needs to be known clearly. That's why these are very, very essential. Okay, then so these two are the important issues we had. Fine, next. Yes, please understand, all these, geographically speaking, they're all atolls. So last year, Lakshadweep was in news. Maldives and India is in news. Now Chagos Archipelago is in news. Just to give two words, India got separated from Africa. When India got separated from Africa, mid-oceanic ridges, central ridges were formed. And when those ridges were formed, from those ridges, like, some coral reefs, like, on those ridges, coral reefs started growing. And these coral reefs, over a period of time, it would form a circular one, which we call as atolls. Which we call as atolls. See, they will be like this. Maldives and all, you'll have like this. Fine. Now, let's talk about very good friend of India, China. You might have heard India tested Agni 5. Okay, Agni 5 of India is basically intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM we call it. Okay, ICBM. Now, please see here. Whenever any missile will go beyond 5,500 kilometers, then we call it as intercontinental ballistic missile. And normally, guys, this missile systems, they are ballistic, so it will be what? Parabolic. And normally it will go higher. People normally believe it goes out of atmosphere and again it re-enters into atmosphere. So that point is called re-entry. Okay, re-entry. And these ballistic missiles can come, it may have a single bomb or it may have multiple bombs as well. So what is going to happen if you have multiple bombs? It will hit multiple areas. If it is one, what is going to happen? Let us say only one will come, anti-ballistic I can release. But one will come and from this one, multiple spread occurs and you don't know where it passes. That's when the issue comes. For example, if it is coming like this, I can go and hit. But if it spreads, I don't know where it will go. This can go here, this can go here. Anywhere where it goes, it's very difficult to go and attack. So that's why multi-missile system is extremely dangerous. And India has Agni 5. China recently tested its own intercontinental ballistic missile as well. And that name is basically called as Dongfeng. Dongfeng. Okay, so China's ICBM is Dongfeng. Please know this name, guys. It's very, very important for us. Okay. Now, which are the countries which has US, UK, France, Russia, China? You see, all P5 countries has it. Along with it, Israel has, North Korea has, India has. Okay, all these countries have ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. All this have nuclear weapons also. Okay, nuclear weapons are also there. Pakistan is the only nuclear weapon country which do not have ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile is not there with Pakistan. One of the main reasons Pakistan says is I don't need to have a ballistic missile because my target is mostly India. I am not going to target anyone. Whereas when you look at India's Agni, which we tested, it can reach till Asia Pacific regions. India's Agni can reach till Asia Pacific region. What exactly is Asia Pacific region? If you check, like, these areas are very important geographically for you. Yeah. This particular part is South China Sea, East China Sea region. So from India, I can hit till here. That is the intercontinental ballistic missile, which India has developed recently. So, like, additional information I have given. But please understand, in 2022, Prime Minister came out and he openly told proudly that India has tested, like, Agni 5 under Mission Divyastra. Okay, Mission Divyastra. It was aimed at testing Agni 5. And ours is also multiple targets. We also spread across and hit. That's why it's very popular. Normally, ballistic missile is easy to catch. So that's not a very big innovation today, but multiple targets is the best one. Then, guys, a new disease that has come is about monkeypox. See, guys, I don't want to get into biological aspects, but whenever any disease comes, what all you should focus, okay? First is about, is it a virus? Is it a bacteria? Is it a fungus? Okay. Then how it spreads? Is it through contact? Is it through sneezing, water? Okay. You might have seen if someone touches, even that area gets infected. So how it spreads? And if any medicine or cure is available. This is very, very important. These three, if you can see, that's more than enough. Okay. So information is provided. See, guys, I don't want to make it purely factual class. Okay. I'll give some information that is required. So this monkeypox is by virus called monkeypox. Okay. It spread through people, mainly through close contact. Right. So how even if a person touches the surface, and if you touch that surface, you will get monkeypox, right? It can also be transmitted through sexual contact, pregnancy, fetus will also get, rashes and all are common in this. And guys, WHO has recommended to use LC16 vaccines. Some vaccines they have recommended, but they don't know the effectivity of that yet. Okay, so this is about monkeypox. Now, let us talk about another important issue that we have. That is Armed Forces Special Powers Act, AFSPA. Okay. You are aware that in Manipur, groups like Meeties, Cookies, and Nagas are fighting. And when the communities are fighting with arms, whenever state government or central government is not capable of handling that area, then that area will be given under Armed Forces Special Powers Act. And this act will involve military into the action. And when military comes into picture, civilian law will not work. Martial law will be there. So here, AFSPA will try to implement martial law in most parts of the country. And most importantly, please understand, AFSPA is like, now in Manipur, it is also there in Arunachal Pradesh, parts of Nagaland. It is there in Jammu Kashmir as well. Recently, Manipur government has extended it by 6 months. Remember, state government can extend it or central government can also extend it. So just know that particular aspect. There's nothing much. Now, after this, amoebic meningo encephalitis. Fine. This is caused by amoeba, which is mostly present in water. So whenever water gets contaminated, guys, it normally affects the brain. The brain gets expanded and it enters into our body when we swim in the water, when we dive, like, fall with force. If water enters in your nose, through that, it would be contacted. And that leads to deaths. So many deaths have been observed due to amoebic meningoencephalitis. So it's very important disease. Most of them starts in Kerala itself, guys, because a lot of people travel to Kerala from outside. It is because of this, we have to know this. Fine. Then, guys, another important missile which is in news is nuclear submarine. Guys, remember, the moment we have nuclear submarine, it can be inside the water without being detected by the opposition for almost 5 to 6 months. Because of that, nuclear submarine is always given prominence. Now, India actually used to get Akula from USSR. Akula from USSR. Later, indigenously, we built Arihant. Fine? Arihant. And recently, India has commissioned Arighat. Okay? Arighat is India's second nuclear submarine, where 70% of it is having India's content. Okay? Indian made things are present almost how much? 70%. So this is a very important submarine that India has. Which one? Arighat. Pakistan today is not in a position to purchase weapons. So when India is taking these many, there were a lot of debate in Pakistan where they were discussing India is taking so many nuclear submarines. What have you done? Because submarines were responsible for Pakistan's defeat in 1971 war. So whenever we have submarine, we have a capacity to hit the other country from water. And whenever we hit another country from water, we say our second strike capability increases. See guys, when I have the capacity to hit other country first, it is called first strike capability. But if I have a capacity to hit another country, even after that country hitting me, then it is called second strike. Let's say Pakistan can attack India first. But if India attacks Pakistan first, Pakistan doesn't have the capability to hit me back. That is, Pakistan doesn't have second strike capability. India has second strike capability because even if entire land is bombarded, I can hit them from water. And as they are inside, it is very, very difficult to find out. So India has built it. Unfortunately, Pakistan, as they cannot do, they were telling that India is wasting a lot of money in submarines. And what is the use of submarines? For India, submarines are very important because we are present in South China Sea. And in South China Sea, India has submarines present. So if China attacks India, India can also attack China. That is the reason submarines are important. Fine. So that fear must be there in China that India is capable of attacking us. Yeah. So guys, another important issue is about coral bleaching. Fine. In Lakshadweep, we are actually having coral bleaching issues. Please see here. These colorful pigments in the corals, when it becomes white, we call it coral bleaching. In Lakshadweep, coral bleaching has increased. That is the reason it is in news. Okay. So what exactly are the corals? Okay. Within the corals, guys, we will have two important things. You see, one basic species is coral polyps. See here. These features are called coral polyps. Now, these coral polyps have finger-like features. They're attached to the rock. Okay. And what happens? They are sessile. That means they cannot move. It is always sticky like a plant. And can you see this? They are called as nematoses. And these nematoses, when anything is moving, it can go catch and pull it back. And they're very small that they cannot pull any fish by itself. So what happens? A group of coral polyps will go catch and bring it back. But as they are always present at one place, it's very difficult for them to get food regularly. And as they cannot get food regularly, there is an algae that grows on them. And that particular algae is called zooxanthellae algae. Just a minute. See here, the green color patches that are growing on the polyps is called algae. Yes, these are all basics which your teachers will teach you, but I'm just telling you. Coral polyps will be there. zooxanthellae, algae will be there. Okay, now coral polyps are non-vegetarians, carnivores, and they get 40% of the food from the algae. Remaining it gets from fishes and other things. And algae provides food, whereas corals provide nutrients. So these two are in symbiotic relationship. Okay, if one moves out, the other gets affected. This algae doesn't like high temperature. And as climate change is increasing, that is, temperatures are increasing, so zooxanthellae algae is leaving coral polyps. The moment they leave, coral polyps also die. When they die, the colors of those, the pigmentation whichever is there, will be removed. And once it is removed, like it is very difficult to revive it back. So, as most of them are dying, it has become a very important issue for us. And remember, guys, with this perspective, Indian government has introduced bio-rock technology. Okay, so if you take bio-rock technology, what they normally do, guys, these are nothing more than calcium carbonate. They keep anode and cathode, and they are trying to build these corals artificially as well. So that is the reason these have become very, very important for us. Fine, bio-rock technology, these are artificial things which have been made by us. Fine. So, remember, coral reefs are protected under Schedule 1 and of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Schedule 1, we protect. Remember, Schedule 1, if you kill any species, if anything happens, highest priority will be given, punishment will be more. So highly protected organisms come under Schedule 1, little less protected animals come under Schedule 2, and plants come under Schedule 3. Okay, plants come under Schedule 3, and any animal which we want to protect under CITES. Okay, there is an organization called CITES. If you are protecting any organisms of CITES, that is kept under Schedule 4. So we basically have 4 schedules. Out of these 4 schedules, WPA 1972, Schedule 1 looks into it. Second important thing, what I want you to know about it is, as it is in the oceans, coastal ecosystem, whenever they are in the ocean, we have separate things for it. Coastal ecosystem called as marine protected areas. So India is protecting them under marine protected areas as well. Okay, so marine protected areas also looks into these issues. Fine. So, guys, now after these issues, we have 2 more. You see, information wherever additionally required, I'll give you, else you can see the material that will be provided to you. Now you see, the next one is critical minerals mission. Okay, please see this. When we talk about cobalt, okay, lithium, these type of minerals are basically called as rare earth minerals. They are called as what? Rare earth minerals. And this rare earth minerals are very, very important for semiconductor technology. It is important for batteries. Okay. It is important for electronic products. And most of it is extracted by China. China is the largest extractor, and wherever these minerals are there, they are under the control of China. For example, Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo has cobalt, and China controls that particular area. Now, India has realized it's high time we also have to have our own rare earth minerals. So, what India has done, these rare earth minerals under critical minerals mission, India is planning to have this rare earth. How? You see, already products will have rare earth, recycle them. Second, explore them, search for them where it is present. Third, import them. And India is talking to Zambia and Zimbabwe. Zambia and Zimbabwe also have rare earth minerals, and India is trying to get them. So, guess what can be question? What are rare earth minerals? Okay. Give an account of distribution of rare earth minerals in the world. What are its uses? This can be one, or it can also include what is India's strategy to increase rare earth minerals. Please try to write answer, identify, do research. It's worth. It's an evergreen question. Okay. So it includes science and tech, geography, everything. I'll give a model answer to this next week. First, I want you to try. After that, it's easy for me to give you. Okay. Last issue. Classical language. See, guys, basically, what exactly is a classical language? Any language which is more than 1500 to 2000 years, right? So if something is having a recorded history of 1500 to 2000 years, recorded history must be there. That means somewhere it should have been written. That means, if someone has written it, you can imagine how far it might have been there. Because remember, first a language will be in spoken form, then you will get written form, and if it is inscripted, it will take not less than 1000 years. So 1500 to 2000 years of what should be there? Inscriptions must be available. Second, it should be a very important language which has a very high heritage, spoken for generations, right? And it should be in the form of poetry. It should be in the form of books, stories. That language should be used in poetry, books, and all. Then it will be having priorities. And then, it can be discontinuous. That means we normally say that the language might have evolved. See, olden days, Hindi will be different from modern form. Olden days, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil will be different from modern form. Now, these are the conditions which would say that it is a classical language. Earlier, there was one more thing which used to say that it should not be derived. It should not be derived. from other languages. It should not be derived from other languages. This point was also included. That means it should be original. Okay. So Tamil, it's original. You cannot say that, okay, from Tamil, if some language has come, that will not be given classical language status. That was how they had kept it. Now, because of this, what happened? In 2004, Tamil was given classical language. Later, Sanskrit was given classical language. Okay. Telugu, Tamil, sorry, Malayalam, Kannada, Odia, these were given classical language status. So if it is a classical language status, guys, awards will be given in this. Second, like in University Grants Commission, one separate chamber will be there, professors will be there, they have to study, they have to do researches on this. University Grant Commission will give you money to do research in this. So all those aspects are there, benefits are there. Now, as these 4 were there, 5 were there, only these languages were given. Now, recently we modified it because many languages were derived from other languages. For example, you take Marathi. Marathi is said to be originated from Prakrit. So, they used to tell, as Marathi is from Prakrit, we cannot say it is an original language. Assamese, Bengali. This also has one problem. What is it? They were all from Prakrit. And Prakrit itself was from many other languages. Pali. So these had origin from other languages. So these were not given classical language status, but recently all these were given classical language status the moment we remove this condition. So prelims will be, what is the condition for classical language status? They may give you this 5, and remember this is being removed. This point is being removed. And which were given before? These. And which were given now? These. What are the benefits? I will read out, you check once. 2 major annual international awards will be given. Okay, 2 major annual international awards will be given. A center of excellence to do research on this language will be set up. UGC will give professors in different universities. Okay, so there will be some benefits with respect to classical language. The language will be preserved, protected, and progress will be there. That is the reason these are very, very essential. The moment you give, right, classical language, the language protection will be taken care by the central government and additional funds will come. That is the reason it is very, very essential. Fine. So guys, these are the important topics. See, handout is available in Telegram. If you go to Telegram and check Sandeep _Mahajan Sir, it is also present in the app. Sandeep Mahajan Academy. Okay, and guys, please understand, in this app there will be 2, 3. It is Apex. Okay, it is Apex. In case you don't find, pinned comment and description, it will be available. This is my number. Please share, fine, and give your comments. Based on that, I'll arrange live classes, guys. We'll have live classes, we will have interaction. If you want dictated notes in detail, let me know. I'll provide that as well, because normally in classes we do, but as it is recorded, I don't know how comfortable you people are. So based on that, I can dictate notes and help you to make a proper notes of your own, which may extend by another half an hour or 45 minutes. Fine. Thanks for your patience. Please inform your friends as well. Fine. Thank you.